So today we're going to talk about a product offered by Viking Off-Road. It's a synthetic line wire rope replacement. What's really nice about this product is that it comes complete with a safety thimble on the end. Now, something you always want to do when replacing the wire rope on your ATV or UTV is to replace the fair lead. What tends to happen with the wire rope over a number of years is there'll be abrasion that occurs in the steel wheels, and when that abrasion occurs, the line itself can actually chafe as it's running over that at a pulling angle. We've got a 2008 Polaris Ranger 4x4 that we're going to be replacing the line on. The setup's going to be quite simple today for removing that. We're going to be pulling off the grill, and the way we go about doing that on the Ranger is we use a Torx screwdriver to take off the bolts, and it's really quite simple. There's about 6 of these to take off. We're going to remove the hook. Once the hook's removed, we're going to pull off the fair lead by removing the other bolt that's on here. And once we've got that removed, we're going to set the spool to actually free spool out, and we'll be able to run the winch line out. So after you've got the line out, we've pulled all 50 feet of line, the way that it's set up on the Warren winch is you're going to need a pair of pliers to actually pull it out the way that it's been doubled back in there. So the setup we have here, we're actually not going to utilize the piece of hardware on the end. We're actually going to cut that off. So after you've fused the end of your rope together to keep it from fraying, make sure that you feed it through either the aluminum Haas fair lead or through the roller fair lead. In this case, we're actually going to be using the roller fair lead. So you want to feed all 50 feet of the rope through that prior to installing the fair lead back onto the winch and installing the winch line. That's just going to make your life a lot easier in the end. Bring it up around the back. You're going to feed it down through the single hole to where it comes out to where you're going to double it back. Loop the line, making sure that you have about 3/4 of an inch looped, and then you can pull to cinch it down on the front. So make sure your hands are clear of the winch when you're running it back in. And equally, make sure you're feeding the line back and forth so it doesn't bind up on the spool. So after you've run the line back in, it's really quite simple. You're just going to put the bolts you had originally taken off, put those back in place. Finish running the line in, and then replace the grill covers, and that should be about it. 5 steps, 5 easy steps to replace your wire rope with a synthetic winch line. And that concludes the installation of the synthetic line on the 2008 Polaris Ranger.